Ever wondered where the seasons come from? Forget science for a minute and let's dive into a tale of a mother's love, loss, and the power that literally moves the earth. Today, we're exploring the story of Demeter, the Greek goddess of the harvest. Demeter was one of the original 6 Olympians, a daughter of the Titans Cronus and Rhea. This makes her a sister to heavyweights like Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, Hera, and Hestia. As the goddess of agriculture, grain, and the fertility of the earth, Demeter was absolutely crucial to human survival. Imagine a world without bread, without crops, without the cycle of planting and reaping. That's a world without Demeter. She was the one who taught humanity the arts of tilling the soil and cultivating life, making her one of the most beloved and benevolent deities. For a long time, the world was in a state of perpetual summer, a testament to her gentle and nurturing nature. But that all changed because of one fateful day. The most famous story about Demeter is a heartbreaking one that revolves around her beloved daughter, Persephone. One day, while Persephone was picking flowers in a meadow, the ground suddenly split open. From the chasm emerged Hades, the grim ruler of the underworld who had fallen in love with her. He snatched the terrified maiden and dragged her down to his dark kingdom to be his queen. When Demeter discovered her daughter was missing, she was overcome with a grief so profound it could wither the world. For 9 days and 9 nights, she wandered the earth, torch in hand, searching for Persephone, neither eating nor drinking. Her sorrow was so immense that she neglected her duties. The crops failed, the fields turned barren, and a long, harsh winter fell upon the land. Humanity faced starvation, and their cries of desperation reached Mount Olympus. Zeus, realizing the catastrophe unfolding, finally intervened. He sent Hermes, the messenger god, to the underworld to command Hades to release Persephone. Hades agreed, but with a trick up his sleeve. Before letting her go, he offered Persephone a few pomegranate seeds. Unaware of the consequences, she ate them. This single act bound her to the underworld forever. For anyone who consumes food or drink in the land of the dead must remain there. A compromise was eventually reached. Because she had eaten the seeds, Persephone would have to spend part of the year 1/3, or in some versions, half with her husband Hades in the underworld. For the remaining months, she could return to the surface to be with her mother. This myth became the ancient Greeks' explanation for the seasons. When Persephone is with Demeter, the goddess is filled with joy, and she allows the earth to bloom and be fruitful. We call this period spring and summer. But when the time comes for Persephone to return to the underworld, Demeter's grief returns, and she withdraws her blessings from the earth, bringing on the cold and barrenness of autumn and winter. Demeter's legacy is woven into the very fabric of our world. Beyond just explaining the seasons, her story is a powerful allegory for the cycle of life, death, and rebirth we see in nature. She founded the Eleusinian Mysteries, one of the most important and secret religious rites in ancient Greece. These ceremonies, held in her honor, promised initiates a better life on earth and a more hopeful vision of the afterlife. Demeter represents the untamable strength of a mother's love and the fundamental connection between humanity and the earth that sustains us. Her story reminds us that even after the harshest winter, spring will always return. So next time you enjoy a piece of bread or marvel at the first bloom of spring, take a moment to think of Demeter. Thanks for journeying back to ancient Greece with me today. If you enjoyed this dive into mythology, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next story. See you in the next video.